Hello everyone, I'm ComicFan13, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a bit unusual. Recently I've been watching the cutscenes from the game Shadow the Hedgehog, a game that's pretty bad, but honestly I'd probably end up enjoying it if I ever played it myself. And while I was watching the alternate endings of the game, something caught my eye. During one of the endings, the neutral hero route, Shadow the Hedgehog ends up leading the Eggman Empire if you choose to help Omega take down Eggman. Now, this I found rather interesting. Basically, what would happen if this was the canon ending of the game? So, this is what we're going to be exploring in this sub-series. If this video is well received, I will continue making these videos. But for the time being, this is just a pilot. If you need a refresher, I would recommend playing through the neutral hero route, or much simpler, just watch the cutscenes, so you have a bit of a refresher on what brought us to this point, since we're going to be beginning right after the credits roll. But at the very least, this is what you need to know for this story. In this route, Shadow comes to the conclusion that he is not the original Ultimate Lifeform, but instead an android copy. This isn't true, but it's what he believes. He believes that he was just a machine created by Dr. Eggman to be a copy of the Ultimate Lifeform. In vengeance, he takes down the Doctor with the help of Omega, and he ends up ruling Eggman's empire. This series will explore how that happened, and what happens next.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Shadow and Omega stand in front of Eggman's limp, lifeless body.
Eggman target completely destroyed. Mission complete.
Finally, the Doctor's reign of terror is over. I couldn't have done it without your help, Omega.
Sentiment is not required. I am already aware of my superiority. Besides, this was simply necessary to complete my mission and take my vengeance on Eggman.
Suddenly, a deafening noise could be heard from outside. What is that?
The Egg Fleet, as expected.
An alarm blazed throughout the entire lava shelter.
Code Red, activate Protocol Breaker.
Omega, what's Protocol Breaker?
In the event Eggman was ever killed, the Egg Fleet would send in all their troops to eliminate his murderers.
And why didn't you tell me this before?
Because you can get away, I cannot. I'll hold them off while you use Chaos Control to escape.
No, I'm not leaving you behind.
Logical error. I've finished my mission. I fulfilled my purpose. There is no reason for you to help me.
Do I need a reason to help a friend? Omega pauses.
Objective change. Preparing all defensive protocols.
Shadow and Omega prepare themselves. Suddenly, all the shutters open. Thousands of robots enter the room. Shadow and Omega charge into battle. Lasers, bullets, and chaos energy erupt in the heart of the base. Omega gives Shadow cover as the Ultimate Lifeform fires a barrage of chaos spears at the Shadow androids. There's only one Shadow android. Shadow proceeds to use a series of homing attacks to make quick work of the egg pawns. Shadow quickly picks up one of the enemy's laser guns and proceeds to mow down dozens of the robots with it. Omega spots a small group of super badniks entering the room.
Fire!
Omega unleashes his entire arsenal, resulting in an enormous explosion that wiped out hundreds of Eggman robots. Unfortunately, Omega was now completely defenseless. Suddenly, he was struck in the chest plate by a laser. With no ammunition to fight back, the machines focus their attack on Omega. Omega, are you okay?
System still operational, but power core damaged. Power levels are dropping. Need repairs.
Shadow and Omega retreat to the remains of the egg dealer. Omega, take this. Shadow hands Omega an emerald to use as a temporary power core.
Power levels stable. Armor damage. Repairs still required.
Then take cover. Shadow knew even with all of his power, he'd still be overrun by the Badniks eventually. That's when Shadow noticed the control panel in the Eggmobile. If Eggman used this to control his army, perhaps I could do the same. Shadow quickly tries to access the mainframe. The robots surround the egg dealer. They got closer and closer. Shadow desperately tries every code he could think of. Robots prepare to fire their guns. Shadow braces himself for the gunfire when suddenly the robots stop.
Code accepted. Loyalties change. All hail Shadow Android.
Shadow is taken aback.
Well done.
Well, it was a team effort. Omega slowly gets up.
I believe this is yours.
Omega was about to remove the Chaos Emerald from his chest, but Shadow quickly stops him. Keep it. You clearly need it more than me.
There is no point in me continuing now that Eggman is dead. I have achieved my mission. I have achieved my destiny.
You can decide your own destiny, Omega. It doesn't have to end here. Omega remains silent. Then he begins to walk away. Well, I can't make you stay. But remember, you always have a place in my new empire.
Negatory. The Eggman Empire holds no more value to me.
Omega stops walking.
But if you require assistance, I'll be there. Friend.
Shadow briefly grins before his friend leaves the lava shelter. Shadow, believing himself to be an android and now leading Eggman's army, is left with several questions on what to do next.